Hey guys, welcome to your reading. If you selected number 1 or these white flowers here, this is going to be a 2022 prediction. We are going to be getting some general energies as well as some energies regarding love and career. Remember, these readings are meant to be used as guidance only to pick up on current energies surrounding these topics. Nothing here is set in stone. You have the power to change anything. Nothing will ever override your own free will. Energy is constantly shifting and moving and changing based on your actions and what you decide to do. So also take that into consideration. Okay, and with all that being said, we will get started. I will only be using tarot cards in today's reading. Let's begin. First things first, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope your new year has been off to a great start. That brings me to my next point. These readings are timeless, so regardless of when you're coming across these readings, if you're here, there could potentially be a message for you. But I am recording this at the start of 2022. This is actually my first reading of the year. So let's go ahead and get these cards out. Make sure you guys can see these. Oh, little flower. There. And I have one other one over here. Okay, so general energies. There's some kind of loss that you guys might be perceiving that you have had to endure, whether it was like losing your home or losing something within your foundation, within whatever you had established for yourself, whatever you had previously built up for yourself. There is a loss coming through here that is affecting your overall happiness. And it may have had its time when it, held you down, held you back, made you sad. But I think that you're finally at a place where you're ready to pick up the pieces, you're ready to get to work, to move forward. You have this brand new energy to just be successful, you're determined to be victorious over the situation, to make something happen, to be strong in the midst of loss. I see a lot of force behind you. You have strong motivation, inspiration to make things happen. Despite, maybe still feeling like the loss of this, or maybe still feeling not 100%. I feel like you've picked yourself up, despite maybe feeling a little bit upset about the way that everything happened. Maybe sometimes it is hard to find that motivation. Maybe sometimes it is hard to want to pick up the pieces and to move forward and to make things happen. But regardless of that feeling of how hard it can be, of just kind of feeling like defeated, I feel like you are in a place of power in order to make things shift and move, in order to get yourself into a better situation, or, just out of this loss and into victory. In order to create something better for yourself, you know that you need to put in that action, that you need to be in your power. So I do see kind of that energy of being a little bit apathetic sometimes, being a little bit maybe it's hard for you to focus on the good. It's hard for you to get up out of bed, or it's hard for you to make moves some days because you can be so just upset with the way things happened. But I see you really standing up and making it happen anyway. You are definitely combating those emotions, those feelings that you get, and you're making moves. Because I feel like you know your worth, you know what you deserve, you know what you want to experience. And it could even be that you have something that you want to give, that your cup is running over and there's, you would like to make an offer. This could even be indicating an apology. You could, want to apologize to someone in your family. Maybe there was a fallout or something in your family with a feminine presence. It could be a mother figure, or a significant other that is showing up here having feminine energy. But remember, that doesn't mean male or female. We go by energy here, and regardless of our gender, we all have masculine and feminine energy. So I do see a feminine energy here that someone wants to come towards, that someone wants to apologize to. So maybe that's what this loss has to do with, yeah, something like that. Like there was a fallout, there was an argument, there was something, a little ant on this 10 of Cups here. But yeah, there was like an argument, there was something that happened, and you guys just kind of want to like clear the air, want to move forward, want to talk. Maybe you want to win someone over, maybe you want to show someone like, yeah, maybe I messed up or something, whatever it is, but I can stand in my power and I can make it right. And maybe there is like an apology or an offer or something that you would like to give to someone or to make to someone, or that someone would like to make to you, because this could also be vice versa, this energy. So if you feel that someone needs to come forward to you and apologize to you, I am seeing indication of that here. So if you feel that you haven't really been appreciated, noticed, seen for your efforts, for the things that you bring to the table, for the things that you do, and you're able to kind of notice and see your own worth, I feel like this year is a year where people are going to be able to see you and want to offer you their cup, like want to approach you and support you. But yeah, definitely getting heavy, like familial vibes here. So if there was like some kind of disruption in the family home, with children, with significant partners, with mother figures, with feminine energy, I do see things transforming here. People getting more like a clear insight, seeing the truth, getting more clarity, and just like being more present and like conscious and aware of the situation and wanting to correct that, wanting to balance that out. So, take that as it resonates depending on which side of this you're standing on. Of course, it's going to be slightly different, so just take it how it resonates. Okay, so that's the general energy for your 2022 when you're clicking on this video. So let's see for your love energy of 2022. Let's see what's coming up. So what I'm seeing here for you for love, I do see a very defensive energy. So you might resonate more with, someone maybe having done something to you. But of course, the opposite can still be true. But I do see kind of like, like your happiness, something tarnished your happiness, something tarnished something that you felt that you really created, that you built up. There was like some kind of a fallout, some kind of a fight, just some kind of conflict that happened within the family. And it's just making you defensive. Like if you're the one that was kind of like on the receiving end of this, I feel like you could be very defensive in love. Like you're just kind of not too trusting. Like after what you went through, you may not trust people. Like maybe you believed that someone was a really trustworthy, good person, and that's how they presented. But as time moved forward, as time moved on, you kind of saw that this person wasn't, what they were appearing to look like on the outside. And so I feel like if you have like love options, which I do see that you do, I see that you will have offers, but like you'll be defensive against them. Like you're kind of like, like, no, I feel like you're jaded. I feel like you've been through something and you're just not trusting people. Like you're like, yeah, this person could seem like super cool now, but then like as time progresses, I'm going to see this person's true colors, and I'm going to see how this person was just putting on a show, was just fronting. When people are offering you their cup of love or, I just don't see you being open is what I'm saying. But I do think that you can use this time to work on yourself, to work on these issues that you have, because obviously whenever you feel resistance or friction, there's something there that you could look at and learn about yourself, kind of like look beneath the surface and address and work on, because you don't want that to like stay there and affect you forever. You want to be able to move on from this and to heal whatever happened to you. So I feel like you are going to be resisting offers. Like you're just done. I just see like you're not really into love right now because of what you've been through in the past. It's making you very defensive. I do see that you have options, but you're just like not there, because if someone was to come through and try to apologize to you, I'm not sure that you'd be open for that. I'm not sure that you'd be receptive to that. I think that you still need to do some healing. Even if it's not an apology, it could just be like an offer, like coming through, like, something small. Like if you're detecting like that it could be anything like romantic or intimate, like you're just like, no thanks. Or it can also be that you think that your options or your offers are not like good enough. Like you're probably seeing yourself as like, this Queen of Pentacles, or like someone that has something to give, you're seeing your worth here, or you're learning to see your worth. Maybe that's part of like this healing energy that you're going through currently, where you're learning to see like your value and your worth and what you have to offer and what you bring to the table. And maybe you feel like the offers you're getting just aren't good enough. Maybe you feel like they're just like not mature enough, or don't have enough life experience, or don't have enough to offer, or like it's just not what you're looking for. It's just not what you want. Like you don't want like a fling. You don't want to just have fun. Like you're here to like have something solid and stable and committed with somebody. And if someone doesn't come through with that energy, like they seem a little bit wishy-washy, you're kind of like, that's not going to go anywhere. That's not what I want. Like you're looking at that as like a stagnation. And I feel like you're very clear with how you want to invest your energy when it comes to love. So until you don't get like exactly what it is that you are looking for, like I just don't see you like budging here, because I think that you did have to endure like some hard ending, some difficult ending, and it may have jaded you in love. So while all of this is true, like you should be seeing your worth, you should be discerning about options, all of that is true, but also make sure you're not like missing out on a good opportunity because you're so defensive, because you have this outlook now on love, and that takes time to heal. But as long as you're actually looking at that and you're going to those depths, addressing it and actively trying to heal it, then that's doing the work. That's going to your shadow side and doing the work so that you may overcome that, and so that you don't think that, like everyone is always going to be this way. Like everything happens to you as a learning lesson, but you're meant to overcome these lessons. It's not meant to like make you cold or harden you, or like that's like the biggest test of life, is like going through really hard things that may not have been easy, that you maybe felt weren't fair, that you maybe felt like you were taken advantage of, you were played in some way, but taking the good out of it, like don't hold on to like the negative aspects of it. Take the good, take the lesson and grow from that lesson. Take the growth so that you can be a better person because of that situation, a stronger person, a more discerning person. So just make sure that you are doing the work so that you can overcome that. And I know that's going to take time, because it may have been something kind of devastating for you that you went through. But as long as you're doing the work, it doesn't really matter how long it takes you, as long as you're eventually able to overcome and to be open again to love. And you never know, you might be surprised. Like someone might come through and in a certain kind of an energy, and you're like, oh my gosh, like no. But then you never know, like maybe your energy affects this person's energy, and then something, like you never know what could happen is what I'm saying. So don't be so closed off. Don't judge a book by its cover. Give things a chance, but of course, at your own time and as you're ready to, okay? I'm just seeing that there could potentially be like an unwillingness to look at these issues, like at these problems, at your underlying like wounds, like, you know, your wounds and your fears that you kind of have because of whatever situation happened to you. Like there might be like an unwillingness there to kind of like look at that. And maybe, you know, you're not ready. Like maybe you're just like, I just want peace, and going there is not going to be peaceful for me, and I don't want to even go there right now. Like, and that's totally valid too. So it's like whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like you're ready to go there, to address these things, to overcome these things so that they're not affecting your worldview and how you are experiencing life, you know? And so that you can open up to love. Even if it's just through like friends first, like open up to friends. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be start trusting people, start having friends that you can talk to, that you can feel supported by and loved, and that you can also do the same. And maybe little by little, you'll find that you're ready to open yourself up like that again. Okay, so those were your general love energies for the year of 2022. So let's move on to career. What are we getting for career? You guys see these? I'm going to actually put them up here so that you can see them. Okay, so when it comes to your career, I do also see like a big change here happening. Maybe you had like an intuition about this. Maybe you didn't feel happy here, or you just got like a gut feeling, an intuitive hit about needing a change, about not wanting to do what you were doing before in a career. Maybe you wanted to like invest your energy in other things, give to other things. I do see like a really huge change happening here for you, and in regards to what you are investing in, like giving your time and energy into, but also maybe there's a change here in what you receive too. So there could have been like a change of income, or if like you know there was a big change when it came to career, like something kind of disrupted that, you might be getting assistance, you might be getting help. So yeah, you may have had like a change in career, or maybe like your job fell apart in some way, like something crumbled, something happened to the way that you were making money. I think the way that you're making money is changing, or you kind of have to brainstorm and think about how you can make your money now, because I do see that the way you were making it, like it's different now, it's changing. If this was a situation that happens at work, and work can kind of like give you some money to hold yourself up while you figure something else out, I see that could be a possibility here. If your job owes you money, or your job or something happened unexpectedly with your job, they're going to be able to kind of like give you an advance, or like something, like you're going to have something that you can kind of rely on and that you can count on while you figure out your career situation, whether that comes from like a person that's helping you, or from, you know, like some money that you had saved up, or something else that you're doing. But I do see you having like resources here while you rest up and rethink your career situation and how you make money, and you know, your options. Because I do see you having options. Like I see that you could take multiple different directions in how you make money. So you're just kind of like deciding, I think, like discerning what is the best road for you, you know, like what is it that you want to focus on and build up, you know, like what do you want to give your full energy into, and like so that you can create it and build it up and be successful with it, make a living out of it. I see you being in a place right now where you're just kind of like trying to decide, like, okay, what makes me happy? What would I absolutely love to do? What will not feel like work to me? You know, it's just going to be like my passion, something that I love to do. And so it doesn't even feel like work. You know, like I feel like whatever happened to you career-wise, that's like kind of like the blessing in disguise of this situation. Is like now you get to decide like, well, what makes me happy, while still allowing me the opportunity to continue to provide for myself. So I do see you kind of like discerning what that is. I do see you having many options, many different roads that you can take, a lot of different things you can invest in. And you're kind of just trying to make your decision on like, what is it that you want to invest in? What is it that you want to build up, that you want to create for yourself, that you want to structure, you know, just create like a solid foundation for something that is going to be long lasting and successful, you know, like long standing here. And it is something that you're going to have some kind of like a leadership position in, like some kind of leadership responsibility, like a person in the company or within the job that people have to like report to or answer to, or that you have to give some kind of like instruction to. You could also work with children, be some kind of a mentor, be some kind of a teacher, some type of a communicator. You could give advice, you could be an advisor, or you could potentially be seeking advice. Like if you feel like there's an area in your life that you aren't really like too well read on or like savvy with, you know, you might be seeking someone that you can get really good advice from that will help you achieve the things that you would like to achieve, that can help to teach you about the things that maybe you don't feel very confident in, so that you can take that advice and kind of like apply it into your own situation, career situation, so that you can be successful, so that you can also like create something, make something happen. It might be a little bit stressful, you know, kind of like trying to restructure your entire way of like making money, or restructure an entire career, or like start something from scratch. You know, that may be frustrating, or it just may feel like very heavy because it feels like it's a lot of work, like you're putting in a ton of energy into this and effort, and it just maybe feels like you could be burning yourself out here. So although I do see you being like very determined to like make it happen for yourself and to create something substantial and sustaining for yourself, and to be successful in the career front, make sure that you are also resting. Whenever you feel exhausted or overworked, do not be afraid to take a rest. Remember, when we rest, we are better, you know. You're making yourself better prepared to continue to make moves and to continue to be successful. If you're overburdened, like that's not going to be helpful for anyone. You'll find that your brain isn't like as clear, like you don't have clear thinking, or you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel snappy, you might be snappy, you might be mean. When you see any of these little signs pop up, you know, it's like, okay, I think I need to rest, and this is going to tremendously help the situation. So Spirit really wants you to like have that knowledge, have that clarity, have that truth, that you do need time to rest. This is kind of like a very busy time, a very demanding time for you, because it just looks like you're creating something from scratch, or you're totally like restructuring the way that you bring in your income. So Spirit definitely is trying to communicate to you like that when things get real heavy, just rest, just take a time out, take a nap, meditate, reflect, you know, just check in with yourself, clear your mind, and that is what's going to help you to get in a better mental space and to continue to move in the best direction, in the clearest direction, with the most vision, having a handle and a grip for what's really happening, what's really going on, and then you can continue to persevere. And it's going to happen for you. You're working towards your perfect situation. You are creating it for yourself. You will be successful in creating like your perfect job, your perfect career situation, and being materially successful, and it will be something long term. It will be something sustaining, something that you work to build up, that will definitely provide for you. You might even meet like your partner in the midst of this, like in the process of this. It might connect you to like a long-term, stable, committed union here as well. And maybe this is how you'll heal. or not, you don't need anyone to heal, you don't need a person to heal, but maybe in your journey, like that's when the healing commences, when the healing really commences, and like when all of the puzzle pieces like start aligning for you in your love life. I think first you have to kind of like meet your career needs, like meet that, like make that happen, get that going. And I think from that you could be connected and aligned to a counterpart. And then maybe that's like when the real healing will start for you, when it comes to the things that you've had to go through in relationships. I think it's possible that you could heal, that the deep healing is going to happen like when this person shows up. But it looks really good. You look successful in career. It might be a little bit tough at first, a little rocky, but you're definitely going to get the help if you need it, or you might be smart enough to do it on your own, and you're just choosing what is the best option for you, what is the best route for you to take, what you want to invest your time and energy in cultivating and building up. But whichever one of these is true, I feel that you are going to be very successful. You're going to build something up. You're going to commit to something. You're going to watch something flourish and grow. You're definitely going to be seen for your accomplishments. You're going to be seen for the things that you're doing, which might prompt, those people that hurt you in the past, like, they're going to definitely be noticing you and seeing you, and it might, make them really sad that they treated you the way that they treated you. And I think that you're definitely going to be watched. Someone's watching you. People are watching you. I just see someone really just getting really empowered, coming into their power. So of course, whenever you have something like that you created, that you built up, that you cultivated, you want to protect it, And I do see you like having this really discerning energy here, which is why I feel like I don't even have to like say much about, you being discerning and protecting what you have. And not every offer is a good offer, and maybe some people might have some hidden motives, and I don't feel that I have to like even say this to you, because you look like you could detect it from like a mile away. Like you don't play those games, or you're just like already a very discerning person. You have high intuition, and you have a lot of options, a lot of different things that you could do and create. And I think you're just in the process of like discerning that for yourself, of finding out what is it that you want to fully invest in and create and build up for yourself, which is amazing. That sounds like an awesome 2022 for me, very productive. You're definitely like creating a very strong foundation. Take the pain that you may be coming into this year with, because you might be coming into this year like with this pain or resistance or something, but you're taking that and you're allowing it to transform you and grow you and evolve you, so that you can flourish and thrive and be on the other side of this. You're creating your own success in the way that you make money and how you provide for yourself, how you sustain yourself, as well as in love. So it's kind of like you're in that evolution, growth, building up, creating a strong foundation part of the process here. I always say, like, have a process-oriented mindset, fall in love with the process, because we're always in process. There isn't like an ending to get to. There isn't an outcome to reach, to obtain. We are in process. And you coming to this realization, you awakening to that, that is the outcome. The outcome is your awareness. And so it can help you just find peace and fall in love with the process and with being in process. And when you got that down, everything starts aligning just very naturally. Okay, so that was your 2022 prediction. We went over general energy. We went over love energy and career energy. Remember, this is a general reading, so only take what, really resonates with you, with what empowers you. This is the energy that is available to you. So if you like what you hear, definitely claim it. And yeah, you guys, I truly hope that this message has served you. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye. Hey guys, welcome to your reading. If you selected number 2 or these yellow flowers right here, this is going to be a 2022 prediction video. We are going to be getting energies for the general theme of 2022, as well as love energies and career energies. I am recording this video at the start of 2022, but these readings are timeless, so there could potentially be a message in here for you whenever you click on this video, regardless of the time that it was recorded. I also do personal readings, so if you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, you can find me on Instagram at _consciously, or you can email me at angelireadings@gmail.com. Remember guys, this is just a tool meant to be used as guidance. Nothing overrides your own free will. So although it is a 2022 predictions video, I would say that it's more so kind of like an energy video of the moment that you're watching it. And maybe like every 3 months or so, we can do a check-in or something. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Let's see what comes out for general messages. I hope you're all having okay. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to the year or a wonderful time period, depending on whenever you click on this video. Okay, so the general energies for 2022. So I'm seeing here that you're definitely like feeling really passionate, really inspired, fired up to start something new. I feel like you're definitely breaking a cycle here. Like you've recently discovered a cycle that maybe you were continuing to perpetuate and live out for yourself and play out for yourself. You noticed your patterns, your behavior that kept this cycle going round and round and round, and I feel like you've recently broken out of something that kept you stuck and kept you in a, even if it wasn't like a super dark place, it just was something that you feel that you broke free from. I definitely am sensing like an awakening here. There's something here that you are cultivating. There's like a new cycle I feel that you may have entered in, but it's one of growth. You're growing the things that you value. I feel like this is a lesson of values. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so this looks to me like this year is going to be like a year that's going to teach you about what it is that you value. I do see some conflict here, some tension, some pain, but I am taking this as like breaking free. It's like sometimes you do have to face the pain, face the hurt, in order to break free. And it could be very painful for you to recognize and to realize that you were in a cycle that you thought had a lot of value to you, you thought was fulfilling, but actually something about it didn't align with your true fulfillment. And so that's why you feel like you had to break free, break that cycle. But it's not to say that it isn't a painful thing or a painful process and it feels like a loss. I think you're discovering like what your own true fulfillment is, what that means to you. And that does require like a self-reflection process, going internally to your own internal guiding system. You recognize that nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Maybe you were like constantly just trying to do things the right way. You wanted to be fair. You wanted to act from a higher space. You wanted to be very high vibrational, kind of maintain the peace by kind of being like a diplomat. Because at the end of the day, you are a very loving person and you care about how you make others feel. You don't want to hurt anybody. But I feel like you were realizing that behaving in this way is hurting you. You trying to be nice, trying to be fair, always being the diplomat, always putting people's emotions first. I just feel like maybe you're very aware of how, you make others feel, or you take a lot of responsibility about how others can feel in certain situations. And, you kind of don't like to be the bad guy, so you try your best to be like very honorable person, a very stand-up person, someone that cares, someone that just wants justice, peace, fairness, for things to be very fair. So in your mind, there was always like a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. And I think you're recognizing that the pattern, the cycle that you were finding yourself in, it was like keeping you trapped or keeping you internally in a place that you weren't being fulfilled. Even if you were fulfilling those around you, like it wasn't filling you up. And you're recognizing that sometimes you don't have control over those things. Like sometimes you don't get to decide who is going to feel betrayed by you or your actions or the things that you stand up for. All you can do is be authentically you and feel free to do so. Feel liberated enough to just do what feels the most authentic to you. And maybe what feels most authentic and right to you isn't going to feel really authentic and right to somebody else. And I feel like you kind of trying to reconcile these things. It's a struggle for you. You don't want to hurt people. That's never your intention. But you also want to be true to yourself. You're acting from a place that it's kind of like, well, this is what's accepted. This is what's approved. This is the right way to be. This is my role. And as long as you are doing that, it's like you're never going to be truly fulfilled. It's like you want to play the part right, but now you're figuring out how to do that in the most authentic way to you. And you're realizing that there is no right or wrong way. At the end of the day, there is no right or wrong. One man's poison is another man's treasure, and it's always going to depend from, where you're standing. Like the directions are always going to be different. What one person may need to experience and to go through, the direction they need to take is not always going to align with someone else. And neither of these people are wrong. Everyone is just always on their own journey, needing to go through what they need to go through. There is no right or wrong. Both can be valid in their experience. The key is to use your own internal guiding system, your own intuition, to recognize what true fulfillment means to you, so it can lead you to what is most honestly and authentically the way that you want to express yourself, the things you want to do, the life you want to live. So it can lead you to that, That's what it will lead you to, but it comes kind of like at the cost of maybe like having to carry the pain of like heartbreak for whatever reason. Because I am seeing heartbreak here and I am seeing loss. So there is like a sadness to this. Like I do see like a release, a breaking free, a moving forward, like breaking free from a cycle and entering a new cycle, but one that is much more healthy and liberating. But there is some pain that is coming through with this. And it could just be, pain of growth. You're outgrowing things. You're recognizing that where you are, you were stagnating, you were in a cycle. You woke up to the areas in life that you were just looping, that you were just reliving, continuing to play out and live out. And now you're free, and because of that, you're about to like expand, you're about to grow. It's about to be a brand new experience for you. But something about this is very sad to you. It's kind of like if you feel like you have to move on from your hometown or something, but you're really gonna like miss your family, or you have to move on from this job that you've been at, but you're really gonna miss the people, or something like that. Like, it's like you're outgrowing something. There are growing pains. That's exactly it. You're outgrowing something. It's evident. You can't reverse this, and there are growing pains surrounding the situation. So that's the general energies for 2022. Let's move on to love energies. Let's see what's coming through for you in love. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Chariot. Okay, so the love energies for you for 2022, I feel that your focus is more on kind of like self-reflecting, getting to know yourself, tapping into your own emotions, cultivating, that inner guiding system that we were talking about, like really getting close to your spirituality, listening to your intuition, following that call, being receptive and open to spirit, being able to communicate with you. It's like you want a straight, direct line to spirit, and I think that's kind of like what you're doing, what you're working on. You're kind of getting like an idea, a picture of what it is that you really want to work towards, what it is that you really want to grow, what seeds you want to plant, what direction you want to move towards. So I just see, even coming through in what's supposed to be like the love energies, I just see like a strong focus on really connecting to yourself, really continuing to see your own patterns, your own cycles, really getting to know yourself, being very observant, being an observer of your own life. And I don't know, like I feel like you're seeing something, like you're really awakening to something, like you're seeing, what works, what doesn't, like you're realizing that everything is a cycle, everything is kind of like a cultivation, but it just depends, like how are you showing up in that? Like, are you keeping yourself stuck and stagnant, or are you carrying like really good habits, good patterns that are giving you results, that are birthing something? I think for you guys, it would be really beneficial for you guys to like get a calendar of full moons, new moons, and start manifesting and really working with the energy of the cycles of the moon. If you're not already doing that, because you very well could be. But I see strong like manifestation here happening. Like you're figuring out what works, what patterns and cycles actually work for you and bring you results. And you're really engaging in them. You're really doing the work. You're keeping really strong, healthy habits, and you're very disciplined and determined to continue to tap into that and to be internally led through this process. Because honestly, I would say like, yeah, like you're planting a seed, you're growing something, you're manifesting something. But I see like multiple things being grown. Like I see multiple seeds, multiple manifestations. Like it's really powerful here. The energy that I feel that you're tapping into. And you focusing on your routines is what's going to help with the pain. It's what's going to ease the pain. And you're going to see like, yes, this is so painful, to break away from it, to outgrow these things has been incredibly painful. This has been a painful process, maybe just getting to this point, these deep realizations, just getting here. Like it just seems like a very painful process, but your determination, to succeed, to be victorious, to be internally led and guided from within, I feel like you are being brought closer and closer to the light of the sun, to truth, to clarity. You're being brought closer to your happiness, to your soul's purpose, to your divine mission. And what once felt like such a loss is going to blossom and flourish, and it's going to be your fertilizer to manifest mastery, like in whatever it is. So this is love, right? The love energies that I'm reading here. So this is beautiful. Wow. So the video cut off, so I have no idea where we left off. But what I was saying is that you going through this process of self-reflection, really letting yourself be led and guided from your own internal wisdom, really being disciplined and sticking to your healthy patterns that are really working for you, that are really helping you to manifest. This is what's going to lead you and guide you straight towards the light. This is what's going to help it, is sticking to your routines, being determined, being disciplined, showing up and continuing to uphold these healthy daily habits that you find are very effective in growing the things that bring you true joy and fulfillment, things that connect you to your authenticity the most. So this is like a very creative time, a very artistic time, a time where you're full of ideas and you're making things happen. You're really creating things. You're planting seeds and you're putting the work, you're showing up and you're growing things, you're manifesting things. And I feel like you having this self-focus is what's bringing you closer and closer to your forever person, to someone that's going to be solid and stable in your life and be very protective. I do feel that you have to do something really creative. I feel like you are establishing yourself through creativity, or there's something about your love life that is going to blossom and be pulled closer in towards you through your creativity, through your spirituality. Maybe it's like prior to going through this cycle, like this new cycle, maybe like you would have never like noticed this person before, or you would have never even considered this person, but now that you're kind of like experiencing life in a different way, you're understanding what's more true to you, what's more authentic to you, you'll be able to recognize this person or see this person in that light. But all of this pain, these growing pains, you know, that feel strong and feel like a loss, I feel like you're using that as fertilizer for your growth, and you're creating something absolutely beautiful with this, and you will blossom and you will flourish and you will thrive in your love life. I feel like you're manifesting it and creating it. You're walking straight to this person, like you're making your way straight to them by just simply following and sticking to your routines, to your healthy habits and to your healthy patterns. Because I feel like your habits from before, it was keeping you like tied down, like held back. And now I'm just seeing like a freedom here, a freedom, a liberation, and just getting closer to like truth and authenticity and like honestly to like the core of who you are. You're just really getting to know yourself really, really well and becoming really discerning for what it is that is authentically of value to you, what is important to you, and really getting closer to whatever that is. So these cycles aren't playing out just like in general, like in the theme of your life in general, it's also in love. So in the areas in love that may have kept you like, you know, held back and not really experiencing, you know, what it is that you wanted out of love. You know, maybe you feel like you never really had a reciprocal relationship. Maybe you never found yourself like in an equal give and take type of relationship, or maybe you've just never experienced being loved the way that now you're realizing that you want to be loved. And I feel that you cleaning up your life and creating better cycles for yourself is what's going to like manifest your person. I feel like your person is like here. I like I don't know if you can see this card, but we have this King of Pentacles here, and this is who I'm thinking is how Spirit is presenting to me, like your forever person. So this person could be an earth sign, so that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And you're going to find that this person is going to want to give to you, is going to want to be in an equal relationship with you, is going to want to love you how you want to be loved. And it's like through living your daily rituals and sticking to them, it's kind of like you are manifesting this. You're bringing this closer to yourself. You are leveling up. And this is what's opening the door to this person being able to like come in. This expansion, this growth, this is one of the things that you are manifesting, because remember, I see multiple things here that you're planting seeds for and that you're growing, and this happens to be one of them. Maybe you already kind of put this out there into the universe. You set the intention of what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for in regards to love, and just know that it is baking, it is cooking up, it's almost ready. At least for 2022, it is showing up here. I'm going to be nosy and ask when, just so you can have an idea. Oh, that's too many cards. Too many cards. When can pile to expect this person? For some of you guys, it could be 6 weeks. It could be the 6th month of the year in 6 months. So that would be June if you're watching this. If you're watching this when I post this, but this is a timeless message. So just like 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now. I'm also getting Pisces, maybe Pisces season, Aquarius season. So this is all pretty soon. So this could be any time from the time mentioned, or more specifically, sometime in the ending of January, going towards the ending of March, if it's not 6 weeks or 6 months. Okay, so I really love this energy, you guys. I'm loving this energy. This is someone that has been self-reflecting, putting in the work, breaking cycles, and really making moves, and really staying intentional and focused and authentically themselves. And it is truly paying off for you. So let's see what's coming up for you in career. I'm going to put them up here so that you can see. For career, okay. So yeah, I feel like in the career front, like things are becoming very obvious, very apparent what direction you want to go in, what direction you want to head towards. But I do see that it is going to require like some logic, like, first, of course, figuring out like internally what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what you're being pulled to do, what you're being called to do, what you feel, would be like fulfilling your life's mission, your life's purpose. And then like once you're able to really get a grip on that, what that is, put it into motion, logically structure it out. I feel like you might have to learn more. You might want to gather information about it, research, just become like more of an expert on it, really using your brain, using your logic to increase your skill set. Because I feel like you want to be like the best at whatever it is that you discover is that you want to do. I feel like you really want to have like the wisdom, have the expertise, like really build that up so that you can like be the best at what you do. Being really good at what you do is really important to you. But I do feel that there is going to be like something that happens in regards to career that is going to like really shake things up. I asked like, what is this Four of Swords? And I got this Tower card. Because there is going to be like a moment of pause here, like some kind of like a shakeup or a disruption in plans. But I feel like any shakeup or any disruption in plans, it's divine, it's a divine intervention. It's like, I just feel like if you have a plan, like if you start setting something into motion, you have a plan for what it is you're going to do, how it is that you're going to push something forward, make something happen, bring something into fruition. I feel like there's something that's going to like come in and be like a disruption to that, is what I'm seeing here according to these cards. But any disruption, anything that seems like, oh my gosh, like what happened, I thought things were working out. Like it doesn't mean that things aren't working out when something comes like this that's kind of like gets in the way of your plans. It doesn't mean that like it's not meant to be or it's bad luck, it's a bad omen. It can really get to you. It can really affect you when your plans don't go exactly as you anticipated, or the way that you intended it to, the way that you planned it to. I see that your career is going to take a turn, like an unexpected turn, but it's going to be perfect. Even if at first it seems like very disruptive, like it's going to throw you off a little bit, or it's going to make you feel disappointed in some way, or let down, or just like something along the process was a fail, something didn't work out, something, like it's going to feel like maybe you missed something. Like you missed the boat, you missed your ship or something like that. But really it's divine intervention. It's exactly what needs to happen. It's almost like maybe the exact road that you're planning, it's like Spirit has something up its sleeve, something even better for you, something that it wants to align you to. But you might be a little bit, like I'm sensing that you might be a little bit like hesitant to what Spirit has planned for you, but it is divine. So anytime something doesn't go your way, instead of getting like upset about it, disappointed, or worried, just remember that Spirit is very present and Spirit has an influence, and all is divine, all is exactly as it needs to be, all is perfect, and just trust Spirit. Even those roadblocks, even those sudden shakeups that leave you completely dazed and confused, even those things are divine and part of the plan. So as long as you trust that, as long as you trust that your guides, your angels are really like with you, they're with you, and they are interested in your success, in your victory, and they are guiding you to it. But maybe, if you find that something didn't work out, it was like, well, maybe that wasn't going to be like your ultimate like fulfillment, your ultimate victory, and we're going to align you with something that is even greater and closer to your true fulfillment and what you truly value authentically and honestly and genuinely. This is so powerful. This reading is really good. I feel like 2022 is going to be an amazing year for you guys. I feel that you are very connected to Source, to Spirit. You learned to find that connection inside of you. You're learning to cultivate that internal guidance, stay connected with it so that it leads you to what are the things that you need to do, so that it leads you to your healthy patterns, your healthy cycles, your healthy routines that actually are effective and yield results. I feel like you're going to be a manifestation machine. Like you're going to figure out how exactly something works, like the system of something, and you're gonna be very successful in manifesting multiple things for yourself. And just remember that when things kind of go left, when things happen that are unexpected, especially in regards to career, since it did come out in the career line, remember that divine intervention is a thing. Your spirit guides are with you. All is as it should be, and just trust Spirit. All is perfect. And it is going to work out for you in the end better than you could have ever planned. I feel like you want to have a lot of control. Like you want to like plan it to the T and like know how it's going to play out and what's going to happen. And I feel like Spirit has just something very unexpected for you, but very perfect and very balanced and aligned and authentic and true. And you're leading yourself here. You're guiding yourself here by sticking to your routines and showing up day in and day out and being disciplined and determined and continuing to have that internal focus. Like it seems like it's going so seamlessly, like everything is happening exactly as it should. Even like the disruptions and the destructions, like even like those unanticipated blocks, or what you perceive as a block, just something that just is like, whoa, like I didn't plan for this, like that. Even that is part of the magic, is part of the manifestation of aligning you and bringing you closer to your ultimate fulfillment, generally in love and in career. So any last messages for pile number 2? Any advice Spirit wants to leave you with? Spirit wants you to continue to work on the projects that you have going, to continue to work with the people around you, keep up with your routines, keep working on the creative things that you have going, but expand. Don't be afraid to expand from that. Like, you don't have to stay there. You are meant to grow, to get out there, to travel, to experience more, you know? So yeah, like, stick to your responsibilities and your duties. Continue to show up for that, to really work on your projects. Continue to work in cooperation with like a community maybe, while also not staying stuck here, like knowing that there's more for you, that like kind of having like that growth mindset of I can do this, but I can also dream bigger, and I can also plan for more. Even as I'm doing this, even as I'm working on this project, I can still work on this project too. I can dream bigger, I can expand, I can grow, I can move beyond these limits. I don't have to just stay here. I feel like you continuing, you know, to grow your spiritual practices, your spiritual rituals, stay connected to those teachings that enlighten you and that light you up from within. I just feel like you are limitless, you are boundless, like you are meant to expand, to grow, to like push further, push through any limitations. So yeah, that's Spirit's message. They just want you to continue to strive for more, to grow, to always know that you can keep going. You can keep growing. There are no limitations, and the growth doesn't have to stop. I feel like there's multiple things that you are going to accomplish this year. Multiple things that you are growing and manifesting and working on. That's going to truly fulfill you in the most authentic and pure way, which is just so amazing. I'm going to leave that there. That was your message, your 2022 prediction. We went over the general energies of the year, as well as the love energy and the career energies. I truly hope that served you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye, guys. Hey guys, welcome to your 2022 prediction reading. Today we will be going over general energies, as well as love energies and career energies. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this video, there could potentially be a message in here for you, regardless of when it was recorded. I am recording this at the start of 2022, and although it is a 2022 predictions reading, as we know, energy is always shifting and moving and changing. So I would take this as the potential energies of the first 3 months of the year. These are general messages, so of course only take the messages that empower you, that ring true to you, that resonate with you, and leave the rest. I also do personal readings. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, you can contact me on Instagram at _consciously or by email at angelireadings@gmail.com. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to see what comes out for you guys. Let's see. Okay, so the general energies for 2022. Wow. Starting off the reading right away with 3 major arcana cards. Okay, so I'm seeing huge progress this year, like by leaps and bounds. I feel like things are really going to be just coming up to the surface here for you to really deal with. I think you've been doing a lot of work, and everything is just getting ready to pretty much be dealt with, to come up to the surface and to be handled. I see decisions happening here. I feel like maybe you have been searching for your truth, for your true identity, for your home. I feel like you want to be led and guided to your true direction. I also feel like you are like receiving some spiritual knowledge here, and you are then able to communicate these spiritual downloads, this spiritual knowledge here on the earthly planes. So you could be like some kind of an advisor, a teacher, a mentor, a therapist, even some type of communicator of higher knowledge, of higher wisdom. I just feel like you're really trying to find your place. You're really trying to find your home. I'm hearing your hogar. That's Spanish for like your home, your settling spot. Like, where are you going to settle? So you may be traveling. You may be finding a new home and like a new identity, one that is very aligned, one that is very like soul led. It's spiritually led. I feel like you're finding yourself in a place where you're able to kind of like advise both sides, those that are in the world of spirituality as well as in the world of materialism. I see a strong ability here for research, wanting facts and data, and the ability to learn a lot of different things, to be that trusted advisor that people can really trust to guide them. I do feel like all of your spiritual wealth is coming to you. All of your good karmas are being bestowed upon you. But I feel like there is like a cut here that you need to make. There is something you're juggling here. You may be trying to like balance the material with the spiritual. You're trying to merge those two together. And there are measures that need to be taken, cuts that need to be made in order to like fully take on this role. It seems like a very important role that's very divinely led. Like you're meant to be like the mouthpiece of God or something, You're meant to impart some kind of very deep wisdom and knowledge to bring that spiritual wisdom down into this earthly plane. And something about finding your home too. So you may be traveling, looking for where you want to settle down. I feel like some of the messages that you have to communicate are coming from a really like clear place. Like I feel like the messages that you're getting, they're very filled with like truth and clarity, but it like might not be taken very well. Like I'm getting Jesus vibes. Like, how Jesus came, and he came to like spread the word of God and like spread love and positivity, and like he was just this gift, that came here to bestow all of that wisdom and all of that knowledge. And people met that with so much resistance. So I feel like Spirit is saying something about that here, that the information that you have to give, your truth, it's like your divine duty to do this work, to carry this out. But I feel like it's burdensome. Like it's going to be burdensome, like something like Jesus. I keep getting Jesus. So like Jesus' story, how he really had to work, It wasn't an easy journey for him, even though it was divinely guided, divinely led. There was a higher spiritual mission for him. He was met with a lot of resistance, with a lot of backlash. Spirit is kind of telling you to keep going, like no matter what kind of resistance, what kind of backlash, what kind of tension and friction your words create, your truth creates, things will be balanced. You are being protected. They want you to continue on your mission, to carry out this mission. No matter, who feels whatever which way about it, because I feel like you might take this as like, oh, like, do I want to do this? Do I want to take this on? Like, do I want this battle? Because it's almost like that it's going to be like a fight, like a struggle. The waters aren't always going to be smooth sailing, but Spirit is telling you that things will be just, things will be fair, things will be balanced, and whoever needs to go will go. You'll see the people that are not supportive. Don't worry about those that get cut out or those that become distant. There may be a fallout with, like, don't stress. Like there is a very divine mission, plan, something that you need to do. And Spirit says to go for it and to do it despite the struggles, and the hardship that you may face, because it's all for like a higher purpose, a bigger purpose. And I don't know, like you have some kind of wisdom, you have teachings, gifts, something very, very high vibing. Like I said, like the word of God or something, like God's work, but it's coming through communication. And they definitely want you to take this on. And oh man, like I'm not seeing that this is going to be like a super, like I said, like a super easygoing thing. Like it might seem like you're starting many fires, like you're starting disruptions, like you're starting some kind of chaos, you know? But it's like it's needed. It's like it's much needed. I just feel like you have some kind of information or knowledge or wisdom or something that can just create like really good foundational changes and can create, like can bring a balance to something, to like a workplace or a project or a community. It can like really expand something. But before you do that, it's almost like there needs to be like a crumbling down first of like the current foundation that isn't working, so that you may like create and rebuild one through hard work, like a more stable, genuine, loving, pure, authentic foundation. Yeah, exactly, that's what it is. So I don't know if this has to do with like a family situation or a work situation. I don't know. There's just something here that it's on you. There's a restructuring that needs to happen for something that's been established. And I feel like you're seeing where that needs to occur, and you have the truth and the wisdom to guide that. And it's being very spiritually led. It's being divinely guided, and it's coming through you. And it's like you have the words or the power to change the foundation of something, to change the way that something established is structured and is working. You know, it's like a working system that is just being completely revamped, changed, renewed. So this could be like a long-term thing, but I feel like it's a very much needed change here. Like spirit is making it very apparent. They're just like, you have to do this. So if you're someone that you've been searching for like your divine mission, your purpose, like something like that, they're saying yes, like take this on, carry this on, even if it seems burdensome, heavy, like a lot of work, like you're going to create chaos and tension and fighting and fallouts. There is some truth that you have that can change things for the better. And in the long run, you're going to see that it's going to be worth it. It's for the best. It's like you're cleaning something up, you're purifying something, creating a stronger foundation, stronger roots. And I feel like through this process, you're going to like have, you know, people, a support system, a team, or you're going to see like who's on your side, who's there for you, who supports you for real, you know? Because I do see that there might be some people just being cut out and exiting. But this entire process is going to show you so much truth, which is going to push you further towards your divine mission and your purpose, and bring those that are meant to be a part of it, that are meant to be next to you, supporting you, bring those closer to you. I just feel like you're going to see people's real colors is what I'm saying. Like those people that don't like what you're doing, that, you know, want to fight about it, you know, those are the people that are probably going to be cut out, because they want to keep something old upstanding. And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe there's something just not right about the way that this system is functioning or is running. I feel like you're trying to bring balance. Like there might be something that's unfair. Take it as it resonates. I feel like obviously it's going to manifest very differently for each of you. But yeah, this seems like very important. Okay, so that is the general energies. Let's move on to the love energies. Let's see what is coming up for you in love. I just saw the High Priestess, but it didn't come out, but it did flip. It wanted to be seen, so I'll keep it noted. Wow, this is beautiful. This is like, I feel super powerful energies with this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You guys are getting so many major arcana. I think this is like a big year for you guys. Okay, so in love, this is beautiful. I mean, wow, this is gorgeous. Like, you're being aligned with someone. This could be someone from your past. This could be someone that you kind of have like a soul tie, a soul connection with, very good communication with. There's just such a sweetness, such a purity. You're being blessed. This year is amazing. I feel like you have a huge divine mission that you need to carry out. And I do see you taking it on, even though you might be a little hesitant at first. I do see you taking it on. I feel that because it's such a divine mission, like you have a lot of spiritual wealth that's going to be accumulated, and you're going to be gifted with it, you know, like you're going to cause this alchemical reaction in your life that it's just going to bring so much peace and harmony and true loving people, a true loving person. I feel like you are moving away from something that was corrupt, you know, like you making the decision to move away from something that was corrupt and to take on this mission. Spirit is gifting you, like spirit is like giving you their cup of love. They're just like, here are your gifts, you know, like this. I don't know, oh my goodness, like I'm getting so many messages. I feel like you're passing a major test. Like you are leveling up, spiritually speaking. You are leveling up, and it's like you're getting really good karma from it. It's going to be like pouring out. You know, spirit is like really behind you, really protecting you, really assisting you with this message. I feel like you are very, very connected to spirit already. You must be. You must know whatever this is, this divine mission, this something, this truth, this role you have to take. It's like you're feeling it. You've been feeling it. And, you know, like you feel spirit's strong presence with you, whether through synchronicities or, you know, with anything. You know, spirit communicates with us in many, many ways. So I just feel like you are picking up on that strong presence of spirit in your life. And spirit has been like nudging you and pushing you in a certain direction to level up in a spiritual way. And I feel like you were kind of juggling it. Like you were just like, like, should I not? And you taking this on despite the hardship and the fallout and the tension and the chaos that may ensue, because you know it's divine, spirit is blessing you, okay, in all facets. You are purifying something, you are cleaning something up in your own life, like I mentioned in the general energies and some established structure as well. And it's even manifesting and showing up in love. You are getting your wishes fulfilled. You are going to have just the sweetest, most genuine, loving connection. I feel like you are bringing this in with the truth that you impart, with the wisdom that you impart, with the advice that you give. You are bringing this in. I feel like you won't even care, like the people that you leave behind, you know, the fallouts that happen. But yeah, your love life is looking very balanced, very pure, very beautiful, healing, warm. It looks like anything anyone would ever want out of a love life, honestly. Like a dream come true. It's a total dream, a total wish fulfillment. So if there's like someone that you're looking at, that you are making plans to move towards, someone that you want to have like a passionate beginning with, I definitely see that here. You know, someone that you want to unite with, that you want to make like your stable, solid partner, maybe even like marry this person. I see that here strong. You are being blessed. You are being given this beautiful brand new start in love. It could be with someone like from your past. Here, someone that you have like a really loving, sweet, pure connection to. A soulmate, a twin flame connection, if you believe in those things. It's just like a gift from God, pretty much. Like God is just like giving you this gift. So yeah, if there was like an ending between you and someone that you really are looking at, you want to manifest back into your life, that you know, would be like your dream come true, I feel like that's definitely coming in here for you. I see like a new beginning, a starting over, a starting fresh. But it could be with someone from your past. And if it's not, then it's someone that you have like a really long like soul history with. And you guys are going to do a lot of healing together. Like this love connection is going to bring so much peace, serenity, harmony, and deep, deep healing, and deep, deep compassion, and deep, deep love. This person could be a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, and I'm seeing Gemini energy here too. Wow, that is just so, so divine and so beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to career. Let's see what's coming up for career. I'm going to put the cards up here so you can actually see them. And let me go get those cards that flew all the way over here. So we got the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So career. So yeah, you're having an entirely brand new start in career. I feel like there could be things that maybe you didn't want to face, you didn't want to look at, you know, you were kind of trying to not address, and it had to do in the workplace with a creative project, with people around you, people that you work with. I feel like shady business was going on and you're catching on to it and you want to start doing things differently. And I definitely see you being very passionate and fired up to call anyone out that you feel you need to call out, or to address any shady behavior, or to face this, you know, to face whatever corruption it is that you needed to face here in regards to career. I'm going to ask, like, what exactly is the Seven of Swords? So we got the Hermit. So the Seven of Swords, it could just be like you addressing corruption within yourself and making a change, you know, because there was a change that was made internally. Now you want that change to reflect in your career. Okay, so like I said, it's kind of like purifying corruption. So maybe you had like a certain worldview that you thought something, you know, was fine and it was, you know, it was meeting your standards. But now I see that you did some self-reflection, you went within, there was a change that happened internally, you gained some wisdom here, you're seeing clearer, and there's something that you may have been avoiding, that you may not been, you didn't want to look at, you know. There's just something, there's a change that you need to make in regards to career. You're looking at some kind of like shady behavior, and it could be like, you know, your own behavior. And, you know, this like self-reflection that you've been doing on yourself, it's really going to reflect in your career and how you do things moving forward. It's like you just have higher standards for yourself. You want to be of service, like truly of service, and come from a very kind and loving and genuine and like a softer space than maybe you were before. Like maybe before you just had like a strong motivation to like materially be successful, to materially and outwardly be successful and victorious, and to be a winner. Like you wanted to connect with like the right people. Like status was like status might have been like very important. Appearances, outward appearances, appearing strong and victorious, you know. And I just feel like now you want to come from a softer place. Like there might be like a loving connection that has inspired you to look within and to address these things inside of you, that these corruptions, these things that were maybe like addictions, or you're looking at everything that was holding you back. You are getting insight from God, from the divine, from source, directly from source. And it's showing you everywhere that you were being held back, that you were being consumed by corruption, by addictions, by materialism, by an excess of these things, maybe even like an excess in partners, in sexual affairs and things like that, Like there was just addictive behaviors, corruption happening. I feel that you have taken a look. It's been spotlighted. You went to the dark and you shined a light and you found that light. And it's helping you to like look at all of the corruption that existed in there. And it's helped also to like soften you. I feel like you're coming from a different place now. Like I said, like I mentioned, like you have a different outlook. And I see that you are going to be victorious in this too. And it's not only victorious like in outward appearance and in finances and in material gains, but it's also going to be like a very spiritual gains, loving gains. Like you want to be more of service, more compassionate, more soft in career and whatever it is that you do. You want to really help people. Like it's not, you're realizing like it's less about appearance and status. Like you're seeing success differently. Like whereas success may have been those things for you before, like now success for you is I feel good doing what I do, Like for me, for example, I give tarot readings and I can care less about the money. Like what really matters to me is hearing people telling me like, wow, you really helped me, or thank you so much, or, just hearing people's feedback and reactions and knowing that I was able to like help them in some way, or like be a healing presence, or give them some clarity or some insight, just help them, in some way. Like that's why I keep doing what I do. It's not because of the money. Like it could never come close to the feeling I get, when I know that someone was satisfied with, what they spent money on, and they felt like that it was worth it, and they felt like that they got something very meaningful out of it. Like we connected on that level, like I feel like that's where you're heading towards. Like you want that true connection, to be of service, to like really connect with people and bond with people on that level, versus like just wanting to be materially successful and be on top and be number one and be like, bestseller, whatever it is that you do, like you wanted to accumulate like the awards and get the accolades and, be recognized and all of those things. And now you're realizing it's less about that and more about the connections and how you help people and how you serve people and how you show up and how you make people feel, ultimately. I'm hearing, never be so clever you forget to be kind. Never wield such power you forget to be polite. There is definitely something here. Restructuring, rebalancing, recalibrating. There's an imbalance, a corruption that is being balanced, that is purifying. There's a huge like soul progression. Like I think that you definitely like passed some sort of spiritual test. You're being called to do something big that's going to cause a restructuring, this recalibration that we talked about, and you're alchemically changing from the inside out. It's an alchemical change that I see here occurring, I see here happening. It could be strongly connected, something having to do with your love life. And yeah, this is just really, really beautiful. I feel like you're moving from this doing masculine energy to this being more receptive feminine energy. And here in the first line, I do want to mention this energy comes up a lot, by the way. It's come up at least 2 other times in other readings I've done, like general readings like this. So let me know if you've heard this message from me before, because I know it's come up before. But there is this point, it's a Gandanta point, and it came up again here. with this Scorpionic influence here and with this Gemini influence here. And we even have the Sag energy being represented here as well. So there is this very difficult place in the zodiac where the poison from past lives collect. So it could represent like a major test, and that's why you have so much spiritual guidance and like so much spiritual support. You've been guided, you've been led to this point. You're not doing this alone, and you're being led to the other side, to the healing, to the balance, to the harmony that is on the other side of this test. And that is huge, okay? Because it looks like you crossed this threshold, and this represents an extreme reversal in your fortune, in your karma, and just going towards lots of success here. So that's just, it's powerful, it's amazing. Claps for you. Seriously, so freaking proud of you. This is beautiful, amazing work that you've done here, for real. So let's see if there's any, what Spirit wants to leave you with, any advice Spirit would like to leave you with. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of spiritual insight, visions. It's going to show you where to go. It's going to show you what to commit to. Just a lot of spiritual, loving energy here. Like, it's just beautiful, purified, spiritual energy. You're being led from that space. It's telling you to continue to be led from this, to continue to act from this space, from this pure, like you're finding a purity within, and continue to allow that to be like the guiding force. Move with that like childlike purity. You're getting so many spiritual visions, insights, ideas, creative ideas. Spirit is highly, highly with you during this time. And it's pretty much guiding you to like what you should invest in. So continue to be open to receive these insights, to being in like that more feminine, receptive energy, because you are being led. You're being led. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't think like, am I crazy? Is this just all in my head? Like, no, you have like a higher vision right now. You have foresight, and you are leveling up, and there's just huge, huge balance. You're being balanced out pretty much. Lots and lots of peace and balance and love and harmony, which is the gifts that Spirit gives us. Spirit is pure. Spirit gives us the gift of peace and harmony, and that's exactly what Spirit is doing here for you. So, wow, looks like 2022 is your best friend. I'm so happy for you. That was your message. I truly hope that served you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.